I am Ashok Dushing, working as assistant professor in Department of Geography, Sri Shiv Chhatrapati College, Junnar, Pune, Maharashtra. I am going to present my seminar on global warming and climate change for online refresher course in environmental studies and sustainable development, organized by UGC HRDC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad. So, as we know that global warming is the serious issue in the 21st century. So, let's see what is global warming. Global warming is the increase in the average measured temperature of the Earth's near surface air and ocean since the mid 20th century and its projected continuation. In media, it is synonymous with the term climate change. Global surface temperature increase by 0.80% to 0.74% during the 100 years ending in 2005. The IPCC concludes most of the observed increase in global average temperature since the mid 20th century is very likely due to observed increase in greenhouse gases concentration in the atmosphere via an enhanced greenhouse effect. So let's see what is the greenhouse effect. Before that, we have to understand what are the greenhouse gases. There are some greenhouse gases which are carbon dioxide, water vapor, methane, chlorofluorocarbon, and nitrous oxide. Imagine a car on cool but sunny day. What happened? Sunlight can pass through the windscreen and warm up the inside of the car. The heat can't get back out through the windscreen. The car becomes hotter. This will the greenhouse effect like the act like this car. So what is the greenhouse effect? We can see solar energy from the sun passes through the atmosphere. Some energy is reflected back out to space. Earth's surface is heated by the sun and radiates heat back out towards the space. Greenhouse gases in the atmosphere trap some of the heat, and because of increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat in the atmosphere trap, and which is resulted for global warming. So, greenhouse effect. It is the process by which absorption and emission of infrared radiation by atmosphere gases warm a planet's lower atmosphere and surface. Naturally occurring greenhouse gases have mean warming effect of about 33 degrees Celsius, without which Earth would be uninhabitable. On Earth, the major greenhouse gases are water vapor, which causes about 36 to 70% of greenhouse effect, carbon dioxide, which causes 9 to 26%, methane causes 4 to 9%, and ozone causes 3 to 7%. The issue is how the strength of the greenhouse effect changes when human activity increases the atmospheric concentration of some greenhouse gases. So, because of anthropogenic activity, the greenhouse gases increase in the atmosphere. This shows by this figure. In 1970, greenhouse gases increased 1.3% per year, and in 2010, it shows up to 2.2% per year. So this is the serious hazard in the 21st century. Global climate change. What is it? Identifiable change in the climate, Earth as whole that lasts for extended period of time, decades or longer. When due to natural processes, it is usually referred to as global climate variability. Usually refers to changes caused by human activities that change the atmosphere, is known as global climate change. So these are the some observation we see which resulted by global warming or climate change. So observe globally average combined land and ocean surface temperature annually from 1850 to 2012 shows that annual average temperature is increased. Decadal average temperature also increased. Observed change in surface temperature from 1901 to 2012 is also increased. Sea ice extent Arctic July, August, September month shows that the ice sheets are decreasing. Global mean sea level change from 19 to 2010 is increasing, and observed change in annual precipitation over land from 1951 to 2010 is in decrease. So these are some of the causes. The greenhouse emission is one of the major reason for global warming, and this is caused due to rapid industrialization, population explosion, depletion of natural resources, natural phenomena like respiratory procedure and photosynthesis procedure of plants, modification of ecosystem, etc. So the image describes the greenhouse effect and the role of greenhouse gases. Solar radiation passes through the clear atmosphere. Solar energy is absorbed by the Earth's surface and warm heat, and is converted into causing the emission of long wave infrared radiation back to the atmosphere. Surface gains more heat and infrared radiation is emitted again. Some of the infrared radiation is absorbed and re-emitted by the greenhouse gas molecules. The direct effect is the warming of Earth's surface and the troposphere. Then these are the some of the impact of global warming. With continued intensive reliance on fossil fuels and emission increases, up to 2080 is what will be the happen. Extinction of more than 40% known species, global economy losses up to 5% GDP, commitment to at least partial melting of Greenland and West Antarctic ice sheets, eventually raising sea level 13 to 20 feet. Substantial burden on health services, global food production decreases about 30%. Uh, Global coastal wetlands also lost. Major changes up to 2050 shows that natural systems cause predominantly negative consequences for biodiversity, water and food supplies, widespread coral mortality, millions more people face flooding risk every year. Increased risk of extinction for 20 to 30% of known species, most coral bleached, increasing mortality from heat waves, flood and droughts, decreasing water availability, increasing drought in many regions, increasing wildfire risks, increased flood and storm damage, increased burden from the malnutrition, diarrhea, cardiorespiratory and infection diseases will increase. The image shows the concentration of CO2 in atmosphere is increased. The present CO2 concentration is 386 part per million, and after the 50 years it will be 600 part per million. Temperature anomaly shows that around the world attributed to global warming. And then the global mean temperature shows from 1860 to 2060 it's continuously increasing. The small glaciers and ice caps are melting. This picture shows first one is before, and the second one is after melting. Then this is the second image of ice sheets. Now first one is 1993 and second is 2000. The images shows effect of global warming on ice covered mountain. The major effect of global warming: melting of polar ice caps, rise in sea levels, through global ecosystems out of balance, will endanger several species of animals. Other fallouts of global warming: spread of diseases, warmer water and more hurricanes, increased probability and intensity of droughts and heat waves, economic consequences, loss of biodiversity, and destructions of ecosystem. So these are the pictures which shows that hurricanes will be increased, number of insects will be increased, then ice sheets will be made, and then some of the cities undergone the water, and desert condition will be the critical. So for that, mitigation of global warming is necessary. Mitigation of global warming involves taking action to reduce greenhouse gas emission and to enhance aimed at reducing the extent of global warming. This is in distinction to adaptation to global warming, which involves taking action to minimize the effect of global warming. So what should we do? Energy efficiency and conservation is necessary. Urban planning, building design, and transport, this should be in environment friendly. Use of passive solar building design, low energy building or zero energy building technique using renewable heat sources can be possible. Transport should be plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, shift from air transport and truck transport to electric rail transport. Increase use of biofuels are some of the measures. Carbon capture and storage is a plan to mitigate climate change by capturing carbon dioxide from large point sources such as power plants and subsequently storing it away safely instead of releasing it into the atmosphere. Then carbon sequestration is a term that describes processes that remove carbon from the atmosphere. Seeding oceans with iron, solar shades, geoengineering, these are some of the measures. Seeding oceans with iron, it is motivated by evidence that seeding the oceans with iron will increase phytoplankton's populations and thereby draw more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Solar shades, some scientists have suggested using aerosol sand or sulfate dust to alter the Earth's reflectivity by burning sulfur in the stratosphere as an emergency measure to increase global dimming and thus stave off the effect of global warming. It will, however, increase the environmental problem of acid rain and drought. And governmental and intergovernmental action, policies like Kyoto Protocol, carbon emission trading, carbon tax, etc., should be implemented strictly. Population control is one of the major mitigation for global warming. The population explosion is fundamental factor that has led to global warming. Because of this, various organizations promote population control as means for mitigating global warming. Proposed measures include improving access to family planning and reproductive health care and information, public education about the consequences of continued population growth. So, IPCC conclusion that their effects, those of human caused greenhouse gases, together with those of other anthropogenic drivers, have been detected throughout the climate system and are extremely likely to have been the dominant cause of the observed warming since the mid 20th century. So that's all from my presentation. Thanks for watching. Thank you.